let's move on to our next item. Our 906 item is a presentation of a proclamation commending Bill Foltmer. I'm going to wear my glasses and I'll read the rest of it. For his long and illustrious career as football head coach at Middletown High School. Supervisor Simon.
I'll just start with, it's an honor to read this proclamation today. When I start out, I just want to talk about the leadership role Coach has. So I'm going to read the proclamation. But I myself played for Middletown High School. Curtis Woodard, Middletown High School. Paul Silva, Middletown High School. Luke, if you could stand up, you're a Middletown Mustang too, right? When you talk about leadership, Tom, you played, what year did you graduate? 77. I apologize. So everybody, but leadership compounds, and we have multiple. I think we have a couple in the police department. Not only yourself, Lucas, throughout the county, but Mustangs are spread everywhere, man. So, Coach, thank you for your mentoring and your work ethic that you put in us. Board of Supervisors, County of Lake, State of California proclamation commending Bill Foltmer for his long and illustrious career as football head coach at the Middletown High School. Whereas Bill Foltmer is retiring after a total of 45 years as a football head coach, 40 years of which was spent at Middletown High School's football head coach, and is the longest tenured football head coach at one of the schools in the Redwood Empire. And whereas he graduated from Irvington High in Fremont and continued his education at Cibolo College and Chico State, and whereas remaining in the Chico area, Bill's first head coaching job was at Princeton, where he taught physical education, and despite only winning 19 games in 5 years, the team won 2 league titles. And whereas in 1985, he accepted the head coaching position at Middletown High School and brought his work ethic, dedication to the sport, and philosophy to the success of the football program. And it's a mixture of dedicated coaches, hardworking players, and tremendous support from the school and the town. And whereas after 2015, the Valley Fire that devastated the Middletown community, Coach demonstrated leadership and compassion and began the healing process by rallying around his players and coaches and provided a supportive outlet for the community. And whereas he has been recognized with coaching awards and accolades, including 23 league and 4 California Interscholastic Federation North Coast Section CIF championships, 1991 Cal High Sports Class B State Team of the Year, 1996 CIF NCS Honor Coach, 1997 Northern California Coach of the Year, 21-22 National Federation of State High School Associations Coach of the Year, the Redwood Empire Small School Coach of the Year, received a resolution from the California State Senate and Senator McGuire, and honored by the community with the renaming of the Middletown High School football field as Bill Foltmer Field. Whereas during Bill's tenure as head coach in Middletown High School, the Mustangs have won 21 league championships and North Coast section titles in 97, 99, 2001, 2018, and has led over his 40 years to 314 wins for Middletown High School. Now therefore be it proclaimed, the Board of Supervisors of the County of Lake does hereby commend Bill Foltmer for his 40 years as Middletown High School football coach and a total of 45 years as a head coach. His leadership, mentoring to countless numbers of young men dedicated to Middletown's community, and we wish him good health, happiness, and all the very best in his retirement. Passed and adopted the 17th day of December, 2024, and signed by the Chair of the Board of Supervisors.
All right, Ed, I'm not going to take up much of your time, but I'd like to take this opportunity to first thank the Lake County Board of Supervisors for this nice honor. Also, I want to thank you for the job you do for Lake County. Obviously, watching today, it's not an easy job. So also, whenever I get an honor like this, I share it with my assistant coaches because they all do all the hard work for me. So Moak, who's our defensive coordinator. We were finish in the middle of the pack this year, but we gave up the least amount of points because of the job Moak does for us as the defensive coordinator. Curtis is going to take over the program, was my quarterbacks coach, special teams, receivers, and he's going to take over the program, and I'm sure he's going to move it even to the next level. Tom Knowles is my dear friend here. He's an offensive line coach, does a great job, helps me call the plays, and just a good friend, and another reason we've been successful through the years. And these guys have been with me for years, 15, 20 years. We've had that consistency in our coaching staff, and that's one of the reasons that I think the program has been successful. Also Paul Silva here is going to take over the JV program next year. He does a great job, and these guys are going to bring some energy into the program next year, young guys, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do. Also, I see Lucas back there. Thanks, Lucas. Lucas is proud of him. He's going to be the Lake County Sheriff. He played football and basketball for me, and I'm proud to see him moving up the ranks in Lake County. So very proud of him. And again, guys, thank you so much. Again, this honor is shared with you guys too. So thank you very much.
Well, I was in 4th grade when you were my teacher, Coach. And I have seen so many people run through your program and learn from your leadership. You've really impacted several generations of Middletown High School students. And my family makes a personal family date every Friday night to be there in football season. It was a season that y'all worked really hard on. Some tough injuries, but it was a great season, and I always love coming to watch on the Foltmer field. So thank you for everything that you've done for the community over the years. Decades, sorry.
Coach, I went to Upper Lake, and I know we had a hard time against your football team every year, and I don't think in my varsity years we beat you guys, so I don't think we did. So good job. And it was always tough. I always got hit really hard by your team, so I remember that. Good job.
Thank you.
There's more to being a coach than just what happens on the football field. You know this better than I do. You will walk around town for the next 20 years and you will still be coach. You've touched a lot of people, and most importantly, you've touched our youth who will be affected by the leadership and the skill sets that you've given them. Because again, what they've learned from you goes beyond the football field. It's not about the W's. It's so much more than that. And I appreciate your dedication to supporting our youth and giving that leadership skill to them. So thank you for what you've done.
Coach, I have to defer to my colleagues who are obviously much more familiar with your illustrious career, but what stood out to me was that career spans decades and how rare that is. And when we look around at our different programs and our nonprofit organizations and what have you, having consistency of leadership is so critical. So I think when all the accolades you're going to get here today are well-deserved, and your longevity and consistency really stands out. Anybody from the public wish to come up here and throw some love to Coach, Sheriff, Sheriff-elect, Under-Sheriff, Mr. Bingham?
I'll keep it short. You've had a great career, and even today, at 50 years old, I still have fond memories of playing football and basketball for you, and a lot of the lessons that I learned still to this day. Bingham, go shoot free throws. I was horrible at shooting free throws, so I had to go shoot them all the time. But that's always stuck with me because of that work ethic. If you want to get better at something, you just got to put your head into it and keep doing it. And that stuck with me through my entire life. So those are the impacts that maybe you don't see that I've carried on through people and lives. And it's an impact that you had on me that still I remember to this day. And I still have those memories. And just put your head down, do the work, and just keep doing it until you get better at it. So thank you for that. Congratulations, and wish you well in retirement.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
Luke, you got to get in this.
photo time.
Yeah, we're gonna get a photo for sure. And I do want to say, I know that I just want to mention Jim Garrett. Jim Garrett couldn't make it today, and I know Jim was with Coach for all those years, and I replaced him as defense coordinator. But Jim Garrett couldn't make it today, and I just want to say his name today on this microphone.
Do you want just the supervisors and you? Or do you want just the supervisors and you?
Yeah, well, everybody, coaches in here, yeah, no, everybody. You got in here, get in here, guys. Everybody here.
Okay, you can get first. Don't worry.
Somebody else I hope is taking another one because I'm not a good photographer. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
Sorry about the wait,
I do understand that.